Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Welcome back.
Welcome back
to PassingLaughs podcast.
to PassingLaughs podcast.
The PassingLaughs podcast.
I'm just gonna start fucking recording.
Trademark.
Nope.
Oh!
Fuck that.
I'm waiting on a cue.
I can't work under this pressure!
Throw it at the very end. It'll throw people off.
I should have gone to a doctor 100%. The human condition is bullshit.
How many knives is too many knives?
I was just going to say something problematic.
I quit.
I
Nope.
don't believe any of that. You know what? Let's just move on.
Welcome back to the PassingLaughs podcast. This week we talk about conspiracy theories. I'm Ross.
I'm B.
I'm Haley.
But are you really? Is a conspiracy theory inherently false?
No.
So a conspiracy theory is
Well,
just...
a theory is like, it's not inherently false. There is merit to it.
There's a stigma about it, though.
Yeah, that's kind of what I... Like, are we talking about stuff that is inherently false, or are we going to be talking about some real shit?
It just means something that a group of people think happened for different reasons than are told to the public.
Yeah.
Gotcha. What you got for us, Beebs?
Well, it's funny that you mentioned Biebs.
Yeah?
Because I have a conspiracy theory, not about Justin Bieber.
Oh.
Oh, damn.
You like that segue?
No.
I thought it was very clean.
Okay.
Today, I bring to you a conspiracy theory. Well, no longer theory. It is debunked. Well, not debunked. It is bunked. It is true.
What?
What is debunked? Debunked is it's fake, right?
Yes.
So the opposite of debunked is bunked, right?
I don't think so.
Because, I mean, when you add DE in front of something, doesn't it?
I think it's just a word. Debunked is
Well,
a
I'm
word.
gonna start saying bunked. But anyway, back in the 50s, what was that? Cold War era, somewhere the sandwich time. When was World War II? The 40s, right?
I think so.
Listen, this is not a history podcast,
Well,
okay?
We all know that during the Cold War era, the CIA was doing a bunch of funky stuff along with the governments of a whole bunch of other nations. People theorize a lot of stuff about a lot of stuff that the CIA was doing at this time, but this one happens to be true.
Yeah?
Yeah. Not too long ago, there were a bunch of government documents that were declassified, and after years of speculation, it finally came to light that Operation Big Buzz
What?
was,
No.
in fact, something that the CIA did.
God, the 50s, America was so obsessed with these weird-ass code
Right,
names.
the weirdest, like, most harmless sounding names, too.
Like MK Ultra, that's some shit that would come out now.
Sounds like a lube. I'd use MK Ultra as lube. Like, that sounds like lube to me.
Lube.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, like K... Okay.
Yeah. Like KY, MK.
Like if KY Jelly came out with like a specific like KY22.
Yeah.
Get
And
it,
this
kids.
is the MKY Ultra. But what do you guys think that means?
Buzz?
Operation Big Buzz.
Okay,
What does that mean to you?
It's either
No. The Buzz Lightyear.
Buzz Lightyear.
He was
Buzz Aldrin.
from the future.
my brain immediately goes to bees.
Bees.
Bees. Ooh, buzz.
I'm gonna have to say it. Buzz Lightyear. Buzz Lightyear is just kidding. Bees is actually pretty close.
Oh, is it?
Operation Big Buzz was an operation that the CIA
Wait,
undertook.
Big Buzz. Everybody got drunk. No buzz.
That's further away.
Okay.
Wow.
Somehow
Farther away than
less
Buzz
close
Lightyear.
than Buzz Lightyear. No, actually, it's rooted in facts. So no. But Big Buzz was an operation where the CIA got 300,000 tiger mosquitoes from Africa.
Wait, what mosquitoes?
Tiger
Mosquitoes.
Tiger mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're a species of mosquito native to Africa. They carry the Nile virus, yellow fever,
the West Nile?
Nile virus, sorry. West Nile virus, yellow fever, malaria.
So a big problem in like Africa.
Yes.
Okay.
And they got 300,000 of them uninfected.
Is that
Okay.
is Ebola passed by that? Or is Ebola like person to person?
I think Ebola is person to person, but it starts with consuming raw monkey brains.
Ebola spread from human to human contact, usually through blood or bodily fluids.
Ah, so fucking and make it out. Gotcha.
No, Ebola started with monkey brains. I swear to God.
Okay, this might be another conspiracy theory.
No,
I'm just kidding.
that's just big facts. That's just science.
All right.
Just type in monkey brains Ebola.
Ooh, or animal or insect bites or stings. Or if you can... What? Touching a contaminated surface like a blanket or a doorknob? You can get it from everything, basically. Never go outside again.
Eat monkey brains and get Ebola.
Okay.
Okay. So they got these mosquitoes and they wanted to see.
Wait, I have a question.
Yes.
Did they go out into nature and trap 300,000?
No.
Okay.
Because they made sure that they were uninfected.
Right. Okay.
And data points to that because there was no like yellow fever or malaria outbreak at this time. So I believe they bred these in a lab, and then they dropped them. They wanted to see if they could weaponize mosquitoes because that's what everybody thinks about when they want to get an edge on other nations.
Weaponize them in the biological warfare sense, like spreading disease?
Yes.
That's fucked.
This was a big thing.
America
Japan,
did this.
Well, yeah. And, World War II, Japan dropped black plague-ridden fleas in China. So, like,
No fucking shit.
dead ass, dude.
Fuck.
Yeah, humans are terrible. But what they wanted to see if they could stuff these mosquitoes into munitions ammo.
Like bullets?
Like, I think bombs.
What?
Or like bombs that once they hit the ground would just release
Like
and spray these
airburst
things.
shit.
Yeah. And they released it in black communities in Georgia.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, it happened in America?
In
Like,
America.
By America, in America?
Yes, the CIA was like,
What the
hey,
fuck?
let's test these on our quote-unquote undesirables in Georgia. So they were uninfected mosquitoes, but, releasing 300,000 mosquitoes, they survived. A lot of them survived.
Oh, my God.
And they spread miles and miles across Georgia and bit many people.
Wow.
Now, the outcome of this was that you can, in fact, weaponize mosquitoes.
Oh, so they were basically just testing to see if they could like weaponize them themselves and like fire them at people.
Yeah.
Because I guess they know that they'll carry diseases, so it's just
exactly.
get safe bugs into guns, shoot the guns.
Well, it wasn't guns; it was bombs.
Bombs, whatever. A weapon, weaponize it, use it. The easy part is giving them a disease that fucking that's fucked.
How did people not notice that bombs were exploding?
They did. There were accounts of people who were teenagers at the time, like a lot of the black community. They're like, we saw these planes drop some things in the distance, and then there were mosquitoes everywhere. I don't have any direct quotes because I didn't record or take screenshots of any of them. But
you can find them.
Yeah, they're out there. Like, it's an unclassified document, and people are coming out who lived during that time.
So this is an example of a confirmed conspiracy.
This is confirmed.
Shit thought this shit, and then it came out.
There was like a whole bunch of theories and like, quote unquote first person accounts, which they were, but people are like, our government do that? No way, you're just a crazy whatever.
Back when everyone was a sheep.
Right.
Fuck.
So,
Quote,
it was theorized for the longest time, then it became unclassified, and it is fact that, and along with a whole bunch of other crazy shit. You guys should go look at those documents sometimes, because it's fucked up what they did.
That's really interesting and horrible.
Yeah.
It's horrifying. That's terrible.
Humans have a huge propensity of doing horrible things to each other.
That's trash.
And it's not the first time we've weaponized insects. Rome bred the killer bee and used them against their enemies.
Romans.
Yeah, they're in the Roman
Not
Empire.
Rome, Georgia.
Not Rome, Georgia. Yeah, that's why Georgia Tech's mascot is the yellow jacket.
Oh wow. All ties back.
Full circle. So yeah, that's a conspiracy theory I'm bringing to you guys.
All right. Well,
so that's a spiracy.
A true spiracy.
Therapy.
All right.
A spiracy confirmed therapy. I love it.
All right. I'll lighten it up a little bit with what I consider to be pretty logical, and I think it's not confirmed because I don't think we can confirm it.
I'm sorry.
What?
A spiracy confirmed therapy. Ross.
Is that what she said?
She said.
I had a stroke or something.
Yeah, you can go back to the audio and enjoy that little tidbit.
Can I get a clean take of that from Beeves?
A conspiracy? Oh no, a spiracy confirmed therapy.
No, dude. Are you okay?
I'm okay.
I watched her say it too. I was like,
We need to call
she said
911.
spiracy, and I was like, oh, she's gonna make a pun off spiracy.
Spiracy confirmed therapy is what I said. It's good. We can cut that little part and
that's
just
the
put it
title of the
on
episode.
loop over and over.
That'll be our first YouTube video. That on repeat for 12 hours.
That's the title of this episode. Conspiracy confirmed therapy.
Okay.
All right. This is a little bit lighter fare, but a lot of people think, huh?
I already ate. I'm sorry.
Okay, cool. This is a snack. This is a snack conspiracy theory.
You're handing me to myself?
No. Boy, dummy thick over here.
Hey, thanks.
So a lot of people, I think they hinted at this in Stranger Things 3. Yeah.
Okay.
New Coke was a big deal in that, like, Coke sponsored them and all that shit.
Yeah, and everybody hated it.
Yeah, everyone hated it. Another big theme to that season was conspiracy theories and the Russians being all. This has nothing to do with the
Doing
Russians.
things in
Spoiler
power
alerts.
plants.
This has nothing to do with the Russians. It's just the Coke. So a lot of people think that Coke, doled out New Coke purposely shitty, so people would want to go back to New Coke or Old Coke. They would want to go back to Old Coke, and either that or just drum up, support for Old Coke, and kind of like the first example of outrage marketing.
Yeah, and it's word of mouth marketing too. When you get people talking about your product.
Oh yeah. Whenever you feel like they're not actually doing anything, the conversation's a lot easier. So people are talking about it. People are annoyed. Some people probably liked New Coke, but the vast majority of people pretty much agreed that it was trash. So it just kind of level one of the theory is that they did this to like outrage marketing to get people talking about it, because any press is good press, good or bad.
Of course.
The deeper version is they dole out this shitty Coke so that when they roll it back and admit that it was an inferior product, they give you a still inferior product, but not quite as inferior. Mm. So they want to buy cheaper ingredients to make the Coke taste bad or worse. So they make an even worse product, so when they roll it back, you can't tell the difference.
Right. You've forgotten what old Coke tastes like by that point.
Yeah, because I'm sure it was like a couple of months that they were doing this. And I believe this.
Right.
So I have a problem with that theory, though. There's always those people that have Coke sitting in their pantry for like 6 months or whatever.
Right.
And I'm sure that they would have compared side to side, and if it weren't like original Coke, they would have rioted again.
Well, what was the time period for this?
It wasn't very long.
Was it the 80s?
Yeah, it was the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Also, the thing is, like, we didn't have like social media like we did back then, right? Yeah. So we didn't have like the influencers and stuff being like, oh, like I taste an actual thing of old Coke that I used to have with the new old Coke. And I think the people who did have those old Cokes in their garages and stuff, like,
that's probably
maybe
where
they
this
did
came from.
Yeah, they maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, that did get out.
But people didn't believe them because they're like, what are you, crazy? Like,
government is altruism, and we believe them because they're good.
Well, interesting.
But they're not.
I guess we'll never know unless we can get our hands on some original 1980s
Yeah.
Coke.
Also, who keeps Coke in their fridge for 6 months, dude?
No, you keep it in the garage or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who does that?
My cousin. A lot of people do that, yeah. People stow away their soft drinks and stuff.
Yeah. Keep it until you're having a party or whatever.
What?
When you go to Sears, dude, or like Costco, you're like, I mean, I don't need soda, but maybe I'll hold on to it till.
Yeah, it's on sale. You get some. Save for
Okay. All right. I didn't know that was a thing people did.
I mean, you got the space for it. Fuck it. Do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It'll keep.
But yeah, okay, New Coke. Believe
All
it.
right.
Fuck old Coke.
So that conspiracy is labeled as plausible.
Plausible.
Yeah. I personally believe in it.
I mean, I think that's some good marketing. I mean, we've seen time and time again that
outrage
controversy-
marketing works, man.
Outrage marketing works.
People get pissed, and then the people who see them get pissed want that thing even more just to troll them. I mean, it happens. And then eventually people forget, and it becomes a meme. And whether it worked or didn't cost them any money because we spread it ourselves.
That's true. Haley, do you have a conspiracy confirmed therapy for us?
I like how easy it is for you to say. Like, I can't say that.
I do, but I don't know if it's a confirmed therapy.
Oh, a conspiracy maybe therapy.
Aspiracy therapy.
Okay, sure. Hit us with it.
This is just some regular I can't say it. This is some regular therapy.
So, you go to the dentist and they give you like the fluoride treatment for your teeth. And some places in the U.S., like 66% of the country, has fluoride in the water.
Wait, 66? I thought it was everywhere.
Not everywhere.
Oh,
It's definitely down here, right? In Georgia?
Yes.
Yeah.
oh shit! I didn't know that. I thought it was everywhere. Go ahead.
So that's part of the reason, though, why this conspiracy theory gets some traction. And I'll explain that in a minute.
Okay.
So people say that obviously they put it in there because it's good for your teeth. It helps prevent cavities and tooth decay and all that stuff. And
It kills microbes too.
yeah. It's proven that in a good portion of the people it's effective.
Mm-hmm.
What it also might do, according to these conspiracy theories, is make you dumber.
Oh, that's it? It's not like brain control or something? It's making people
so
stupid?
part of that is
Docile?
they say the government puts it in the water to make us more docile, dumber, so we're easier to control and all that stuff. Or some people say the communists put it in there.
Communist. Oh shit, sorry.
Which, I don't know, that might be a little extreme. Okay.
The communists putting fluoride in our water.
But the interesting thing is, there have been many different studies, not just one, but several that have come to the same conclusion that areas where fluoride is in the water, the average IQ for children being born from mothers who drink the water are several points lower.
Oh shit.
Oh, fuck. Wait. I
What?
thought you were about to disprove it,
No.
and you're just... Oh, shit.
They've looked at areas where they drink it or they don't, and then they've looked at areas of the country where they have it and where they don't, and both showed the same results.
Wow.
But there is the other thing that correlation does not equal causation. So we don't know. I mean, maybe.
What
Maybe
states are fluoride water like more prevalent in?
That's a good
you
question.
happen to
I
know
bet
that?
it's the South.
Yeah. If it's the South, then I'm raising an eyebrow because
Yeah.
nothing against the part of the U.S. I was born and raised in, but not a lot of smart folk down here.
They also tested it in Canada, and
Oh, wow.
it wasn't just the U.S.
Oh.
So,
Oh, fuck. So Canadians are stupid, too.
yeah. So,
So there is a correlation
yes.
between... That's fucked.
And you want to know something else? Boys are more susceptible to it than girls, according to the statistics that they came up with.
So...
But, of course, that doesn't mean that that's what caused it.
Okay, but so they're saying that if this correlation does equal this causation,
Yeah.
it does make you dumber, and it makes a guys dumber.
Yes.
What the fuck?
So So this was only done with children. This study.
As far as I've researched, I'm sure they've tried it with adults, too. But
I'd be interested in looking into the adult study.
Children are more susceptible to it, especially in the womb, because
Right.
it passes that barrier across the
Okay,
placenta.
Right.
Okay, so for this conspiracy theory, because the conspiracy theory is that
That the
higher
government
ups,
puts it in there to make us dumber.
okay, but so just to state facts, it could make us dumber and
It
still
very-
not be a conspiracy theory.
Exactly.
It could just be fluoride makes people dumb.
Could be.
Could be.
Yeah.
And who knows what regulations there are for like the quote unquote safe
Right.
amount.
I don't think that
What
they've
if-
come out with an actual recommendation of what is a safe amount.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's my idea. We find all the important rich people who coincidentally don't drink the water,
Okay.
target them all, because they're all obviously in the Illuminati. If you ain't drinking the water, you're in the Illuminati, and that's how we pinpoint them. Make the lattice, draw the lines.
Moving on.
Redacted. Okay. What was the other?
I will. Can I add something?
Oh wait,
Oh,
I remember.
okay.
Yes, then you can.
Okay, sure.
The other thing I find what?
Wait your turn, guys. God.
Sorry.
The other thing I find interesting is that on all your toothpaste or mouthwash or anything, it says not to ingest more than like a pea-sized amount because of the
Fluoride.
fluoride it contains.
Right.
But that's like fluoride, like concentrated fluoride, because you're putting it directly
That's
on
true.
your teeth.
It's kind of the
I
same thing
guess.
with like there's cyanide in all of our food and arsenic in all of our food.
What
Well,
the fuck?
okay,
Okay,
not all of
well,
it. It's in a
no.
lot of rice, though.
And a lot of vegetables.
What the fuck? All I eat is rice.
Okay. Plants naturally produce like cyanide and arsenic in very trace amounts.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
okay, like apple seeds have
Right,
like,
they
a
have
different-
cyanide, yeah, they have
okay,
cyanide.
but you have to eat like a barrel of.
You're right.
Okay, just the seeds.
It's like mild toxins.
What's fucked up is I love chewing on the seeds of apples.
Ew, bro.
You shouldn't do that.
Don't.
Are you sure?
That's not good for you.
Why?
We
Because
literally...
there's cyanide in there.
But like enough?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Over time, it does compound in your system.
Oh, it does. It like stays there.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's why, like, some old school wives would, like, sprinkle a little arsenic in their husband's food every day until he'd get
up.
sicker and sicker and sicker, and they didn't know why.
Oh, that's hot.
That's like the classic old school
Yeah, that
wife
is,
move
yeah.
to murder your husband.
Beebs, I think we need to go talk to JT.
And that's also another big issue with mercury in fish. This
Yeah.
is completely
Oh, yeah,
unrelated,
yeah.
but mercury compounds in your system, but then you can also, if you're a woman, it passes on
Yeah.
to your child, which is,
And lead and microplastics are
Yeah.
the same problem.
It's all up in us.
These are not conspiracy theories. These are
Yes,
facts.
yes.
Those are scientific facts. All right.
Can I add something to
Yeah.
the fluoride? I also heard a conspiracy theory long ago about fluoride.
Okay.
But instead of it being used to make us dumber, the conspiracy theory stated that it was so the government could use this giant satellite that they have in space.
Oh, God.
Oh, and it marks us.
Yeah, to track the fluoride in our bodies and keep tabs on the United States or on the citizens.
Yeah.
It's
Like-
so insane.
Like a location beacon?
Yeah, just you just light up because you're a little ball of fluoride.
Oh, my God.
That one's outright. That one's completely no. Like
Wait.
fluoride making us dumber. That's
Right.
sure, but fluor. Listen.
Listen.
No, first of all,
Listen.
to propel a satellite into space and use that much resources just to track your citizens, everybody uses fluoride. You're talking like hundreds of millions of
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no,
This is blipping.
you have you translate that into like those. I don't know what it's called, but like those heat signature maps that you see.
Okay.
You could literally know where to like drive the president, so he's least likely to get fucked up.
I feel like there are a lot
Also,
of better ways.
you
of
know
going
where to
about
nuke us because that's where most of us are.
Listen,
If you're gonna
Listen.
listen.
I feel like an inside man would be much more effective and much more cost effective in terms of resources, so that you wouldn't have to pump
You
fluoride
don't know.
into every.
Okay, so
citizen.
what if they're not like using it to actually hurt us, but like those are just numbers that you could use. Like you could sell that kind of information to people.
We don't need that because we have social
No,
media.
we don't need that.
No, I mean, okay, people who market things don't need
We
that.
didn't
because
have that shit in the 70s.
Social media is a thing now.
We didn't have that shit in the 70s. What if that's what they were doing?
No.
What if they were
Ross, it's not.
they were looking down at us and like,
cut
we
you
got
off.
a
It's
shit
not. I'm
ton of
sorry.
people.
Okay, so what do we think? This
That
conspiracy...
is very plausible, just from the data alone.
No. Okay.
Oh,
so
so it's-
one, there's two problems with it.
What's that?
That making us dumber conspiracy theory. One, we can't prove that it is making us dumber. Two, even if it is, we can't blame that on the government. Like we don't like know that they did that. Also, what, like a couple of IQ points? It was like
Yeah,
15,
like
20.
3 or 4. It's
3 or
not a
4.
lot, not
That's,
enough.
you know, that's
It's not going to drop you into a different bracket or anything. So,
Yeah, it's not going to drop you into my bracket.
I'm gonna go with technically plausible,
but,
but
most
unlikely.
likely debunked.
Oh, in terms of the government actually doing that?
Yeah, no.
I don't know. Yeah, that's a lot of resources just to...
Now the satellites.
All right.
That makes sense.
Someone get this man out of here.
We're gonna follow up and rebunk these things.
So,
Well, sorry, go ahead.
do you guys have any personal conspiracy
Well,
theories?
I was actually going to ask you the same
Oh,
question.
okay.
Since we just left off on you, why don't we just start back with you since you last left off, and then did
We'll
you want
circle
to
back
double
around.
back? And then
Sure.
Yeah, because I've heard snippets of yours, and I really want to hear yours last.
the
week.
whole thing. Okay, sure.
Okay.
All right.
So mine is stupid. I know this, but also some part of me believes maybe it's true.
So again, this was our personal conspiracy theory.
Personal.
Right?
This is-
Nobody else thinks this is a thing, but me, maybe.
So we're gonna think you're an idiot after
Probably.
this. All right, here we go.
I'm just going in,
Let's jump
okay?
in.
Go raw dog it, dude.
Don't-
Haley, this just in on the PassingLaughs podcast. Haley is raw dogging the podcast.
And for the record, everything that she says in the next few minutes, she 100% believes, and you will not convince her otherwise. Go.
Maybe. I mean, if there is
Everything
appropriate...
she's saying right now is just to levy the fact that she believes this 100% with all her heart. Go.
If there's evidence I see with my own eyes,
Like
then...
pictures?
No, that's not real.
Yeah, you can draw
Okay,
pictures of Jesus.
let me just get in there.
Yeah.
I don't know for a fact that moose exist.
Who's moose?
The animals.
Oh, you mean mooses.
Moose.
Like the big ass animal
Meese.
that you can't miss.
Yeah, they're like brown with the horns,
Yes.
but you know
They're
what?
classified,
Those
yeah.
might not exist. Because here's my reason. I've never seen one. And I've been to Canada more than once. And
How much of that time did you spend in the woods?
I spent a lot of time driving by the roads where they had signs showing the moose, being like, oh, they pass here. Yeah, sure they do, buddy. I've never seen one.
Sure they do, buddy.
Okay? So I think it's all just a big conspiracy.
Haley, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a polar bear?
No, but I've never been to somewhere where they live.
Okay, that's fair.
So you're not saying that the things that you haven't seen aren't real.
No.
You're just saying the
Moose
things that you
and-
haven't seen that you should have seen.
Yeah, I absolutely should have seen a moose, by all accounts. And I haven't.
So you're questioning their very existence.
Yeah, I've
All
seen
right.
pictures, but there's like so many deep fakes these days.
Oh yeah.
That could be
Also-
a reindeer
Okay,
in a big suit.
What if they're just zooming in really close on a deer?
Yeah.
shout out to our followers. Everybody tweet pictures of meese
Listen,
at Haley.
that's not gonna help. I need to see one in real life.
Yeah, but
so
just tweet them
if
at
you-
her anyway.
If you, all right, email us whether or not you have a moose, and then we'll dox.
No,
Haley.
tweet it.
if you have a
Tweet it.
moose that I can come visit and touch with my own hands, let us know.
Yes. If
And
you have a
I will
petting
do
zoo with
that.
a moose.
You're just gonna get
I-
inundated with like moose sanctuaries.
I will
like,
do that. I will do it.
All right. Are we doing mine now?
Yeah.
Sure.
What do you got?
So mine. This isn't one that I believe, and it just pisses me off. Okay. Like I get irrationally angry about this one.
Oh boy.
And it's not vaccines. Get your kids vaccinated.
Yeah.
That's also really frustrating, but like I think that outrage comes from a place of like concern for your children. It's still unfounded. Fucking get your kids vaccinated. What I'm pissed off about is the fucking moon landing. All right?
What about the moon landing
is going in a
specifically?
weird direction.
Yeah. We went from
Okay.
vaccines to moon landing.
I know.
But disregarding that, what about the moon landing specifically?
Pisses me off.
Yeah.
Okay. So much money went into getting there.
Uh-huh.
So many people's jobs were to do nothing but research, build, and
Make it possible.
train for going there. These gentlemen fucking risk. Like, I know it sounds ridiculous to be this worked up about it, but these guys were like national heroes. These guys did the unthinkable at a time when we were like at Cold War with Russia or somewhere.
Just to clarify, you believe it.
Yes, absolutely. They went to the fucking.
So this is you vying for the moon landing.
Yes,
Okay.
no, we went there. We did it. We Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong risked their lives. Okay, wait.
Yeah.
Also, Michael Collins doesn't get enough fucking recognition. He just didn't get to step on the actual moon.
Well, have you ever seen one of those moon landing debunked videos?
Oh yeah, no, I've watched all of them.
Well, so what's your opinion on the? I know the flag is used a lot. In
Okay,
Oh,
so the
that's-
flag
I'm
is
just interested to see what your thoughts on the flag were.
so the flag is quote unquote waving.
Waving, right?
And these pseudoscientists are like,
The
there's
keyboard
no
warriors.
wind on the moon, so it can't wave.
I mean, they're not wrong about that,
But-
but
An
The
object
thing-
it's set in motion.
it's not moving though.
It's not.
Oh, it's not. Oh.
So they didn't anticipate the moon being as rocky as it was. So it was basically like trying to plant a flag in the desert.
Right.
So when they shove it in, like, it's just going to stick there and be all, like, prominent. And, like, they thought it was going to be really cinematic, which is another fucking problem. It was really cinematic, and that's why they think it was filmed in Hollywood. But, so, whenever they try to stick it in the lunar surface, it didn't work. So they start kind of moving it back and forth, and that starts rippling the flag itself. As soon as they stop doing that, it freezes. And so it's only the still photos that people like look at. The video of it?
That's something different than I've heard before.
Oh.
But I don't know. I mean, I heard that they actually put like wires in the top and the bottom to like make it, because they knew there wasn't going to be wind to blow it out.
Yeah, no, they put a wire just at the very top to hold it aloft.
Yeah, okay.
So it's not even like a perfect wave. It's like a half-assed from the corner wave.
Yeah.
And
their own attention to detail and trying to make things look
that's
cool.
what bugs me.
Yeah.
Shot them in the foot.
They're constantly like disproving themselves. And it's the fact that these guys went up there and risked their lives to do something that was unprecedented. And these fucking guys did this shit and trained for it, and their entire lives were dedicated to this shit for like 20, 30 years.
Listen, this is a lesson in chasing clout too hard. They tried to make it too clout. It was too clout.
These tryhards over here.
These fucking okay.
No, I mean, it's like, you know, what I was saying about like them trying to make everything so nice and cinematic. It did shoot them in the foot, like Haley said. It ultimately, it was the clout that they were chasing.
Yeah,
it bit them in the ass.
They overproduced it, which is hilarious because as overproduced as they tried to make it, they still fucked up. Like you can't understand what they're saying about half the time up there. If we had the fucking technology to get people on the moon, we at least had the technology to record it properly if it was filmed in Hollywood.
Right.
But again, Michael Collins is an unsung hero. That dude flew around the moon like 3 times while they were getting to do their joyride. Yeah. He was the most alone person on the in human existence for I think 9 hours.
Dope.
He was like literally the farthest away from another human any human was.
Organism.
That's really cool.
Any organism.
We don't know that.
Oh.
Aliens are real.
That's a whole other topic.
Yeah. We'll talk about Area 51 next time.
Yeah. I know we've been trying to play devil's advocate, but I didn't want to do that for that one because these guys deserve our respect, in my opinion.
All right, well.
Yeah, they deserve to eat my ass.
Oh.
Buzz Aldrin will whip your ass, dude.
I wait.
Michael Collins won't. He's old as fuck.
Okay, so Ross was an anti-conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Beaves, what do you got?
This is something that I've cooked up from data that I've gathered.
Yeah, this is near and dear to your heart.
Yeah.
This is your own...
From data I've gathered all across the few minutes that I've encountered.
So you've done some real research into this topic.
I wouldn't say real research. It's very surface level.
But you've thought about it.
Yeah, but I've theorized.
Okay.
In my brain space.
It's a fresh theory.
Yes, and I want you all to really consider this.
All right, for the record, this is fresh. This is new.
Yes.
This is the Beeves theory.
Historical.
All right, I'm ready. My brain is open.
I wouldn't say that part.
Open your minds.
From here on out, on Reddit, YouTube, everything, this is the Beeves theory.
The Beeves theory.
Go.
So, everybody knows rap star Kanye West. Yeah?
I like where this is going.
Yeah. Now, there was a period of time pre-stronger Kanye.
Oh.
Ooh.
Where he was a normal, humble, very talented, young up-and-comer, right?
I don't know that that's true, but I'll take your word for it.
No, he used to be more
very
mellow.
humble. Yeah, he used to be very down-to-earth.
Interesting.
More Jay-Z, less Kanye.
Okay.
Right. Seriously.
Fair. Yeah. That's a reference I understand.
Now, I don't even really listen to rap like that, but suddenly, Kanye starts acting weird. Mm-hmm. It all started... Well, we caught glimpses of it at the VMAs that year with Taylor Swift, right?
What year?
I think this was 2012, right?
Okay.
That sounds about right.
Timeline doesn't really matter.
Yeah, timeline doesn't matter. We know that Kanye, between Stronger and Taylor Swift, snapped. Something happened, right?
Yeah.
He went from down-to-earth, humble guy to crazed maniac that just kept getting worse and worse and worse and saying the craziest things
Okay, real quick, I want to point out, because I've heard a little bit of this. What was the Taylor Swift debacle about? Because I think that ties into it.
Oh, well, It kind of does, kind of doesn't really.
What did he say to Taylor Swift?
I'm gonna let you finish.
I'm gonna let you finish, but Beyonce had one of the best music videos. Beyonce.
Okay.
So the thing is, we know that like crazy behind the curtain shit happen with famous people once they get richer and richer, and get ties. And
Those
right?
those backroom conversations.
All those.
Yes.
I'm not gonna say any specific religion, Scientology, but we all know
Yes.
about them.
That was.
Now, I'm not saying this is Scientology, but I think Kanye West went crazy and started saying things like, if black people didn't want to be slaves, they wouldn't have been slaves.
Oh.
He said something like black people were slaves only because they wanted to be slaves or something. Yeah. He said some problematic, crazy shit.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
No, it was.
I think he stumbled upon something middle of his career that he was not supposed to see.
Non-slave related.
Non-slave. I think
that is a product of what actually happened. That's a symptom. What the craziness, what the weird stuff he's saying,
yes,
is a symptom
of what happened to him.
So
he stumbled upon something.
Okay.
I don't know what they're hiding. One of his higher connections, maybe the government itself. He stumbled upon something so horrifying, and he had so much influence that they had no choice but to scramble his brain with some means. I don't know how.
Fluoride.
Fluoride, yes. And now he's a crazy raving lunatic. Now hold on. Okay. Not just Kanye West. We've seen this before with other celebrities. Case in point, Tila Tequila. MTV star, a shot at love with Tila Tequila. Bisexual heartthrob who started off in porn. Yes. What's she doing now? Does anybody know? Let me tell you what she's doing now. She's a white supremacist.
Oh.
She is half Asian, half Hispanic. She is a white supremacist. She's gone off the rails. You know why? Because the government and somebody up high doesn't want her seeing things and spreading words, and they scrambled her goddamn brain.
All right.
Lindsay Lohan. No,
so
she's cool.
wouldn't it have been easier? Wouldn't it have been easier to just kill them?
No.
No.
Because look, if you kill someone, reporters look into sudden deaths.
What about overdoses? That happens all the time with
You
celebrities.
still look into it.
Yeah.
And maybe the most problematic of them do get murdered.
Murdered. Okay. Oh, through fake overdoses.
Yes.
Shit, we have opened a whole...
Chris Farley, rest his soul. He was a great, hilarious man with a very tragic past.
Didn't he have a heart attack or something?
He overdosed.
Oh.
So listen, anytime a celebrity goes crazy for no apparent reason,
it's the Illuminati.
Look into that shit. I fucking challenge you to look into that shit. Because the government is scrambling people's brains.
All right.
Call me Alex Jones.
That's what he... Whoa, okay.
But I don't share his beliefs.
You think...
Call me watered down Alex Jones.
Wait, do you think Alex Jones was scrambled?
No.
No, he's just an idiot.
I just love Alex Jones. I'm sorry. I'll say it. I love the character that he plays. It's hilarious.
Okay. That's a good distinction there.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, I was driving down the road, and I saw an InfoWars placard for the first time.
I think the InfoWars podcast is just so goddamn funny. He's a raving lunatic.
Is it a comedy podcast?
No.
To me it is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a really scary version of The Room. It's if The Room was a horror movie.
I think it's hilarious. I love InfoWars.
He's the fluoride's making the frogs gay.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're putting chemicals in the water to turn the frogs gay.
Fluoride.
It's fluoride.
Stop! Don't give him any credence.
So he sells vitamin supplement things
that are just like vitamin A and vitamin B.
I really want to purchase some just to have in my home.
Don't support that.
I kind of support it. It's so funny.
Don't give him your money. Just on principle.
Cool.
So I guess maybe we'll wrap it up here for now. And if anybody has any of their personal conspiracy theories they want to share with us, we'd love to hear them.
And maybe we'll do some house cleaning on the next episode, or episode in the future where we kind of talk about y'all's, if you got some.
Absolutely.
Sure. Make sure you tweet them at us.
Yeah.
And if you have episode ideas, go ahead and send that to our Gmail at PassingLaughs@gmail.com. You can follow us at Twitter at PassingLaughs, on Instagram at the same handle, and look us up on Facebook.
Everything's at PassingLaughs.
Yeah, just PassingLaughs.
Yep.
You know us. And make sure, what?
On Twitter, I'm Ross Redacted, Beebs is Beebs Redacted, Haley is Haley Redacted.
And don't forget to pass on those laughs.